Good greetings, Rusty Dog here. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I had to think about that one. Yeah, so I did it. I bit the bullet and went ahead and bought this lovely Boeing 737-8 Max from iFly. It's the first plane I've got from iFly, I believe. I think it's the only plane I have from them. And it looks amazing inside and out. We're going to take a look at this. I'm not going to be flying today because I don't have the time. I've got about an hour. That's all I have. I'm limited to an hour because the Formula One qualifying is going to be taking place. So, we're currently in a very windy San Antonio. Yeah. The autopilot has issues. Hello, Mr. Budman. Yeah, doors blowing off and all that stuff. I think this one's a bit safer for some reason. So yeah, it's got a lot of similarities to the standard 737 in that I can work it, I can fly it. I haven't actually. I have taken off with it, but I haven't landed or done anything with it. I just took off. The engines are actually quite loud. We might be able to get it up to the point where we're going to start the engines. Yeah, it's a loud plane, this thing. It's louder than the PMDG plane, and the sounds are very good. I like them. So let's just move around a little bit, take a look at some of the detail on this. I might need to slow the camera down just a tad. You can even see that bluey greeniness of the glass on the windows here, and the double what would you call it? Not double. Would double be right word? Yeah, there's a double. No, there's two. Let's just go with two. There's two metal types of there's two types of metal around the window frames, which are already there as well, and the little seals there and everything. But yeah, you can see through the glass, the little stains on the glass and stuff. You can see. This is very much study level, probably placed somewhere in between the Phoenix and the PMDG, so that's a pretty damn nice spot to be. Everything, no matter where you go, the text on this, no matter how small the text, is completely and utterly readable, like really well. And the detail on this is crazy. Look at this. Push, 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 push. Even when you plug in there, you plug in the external power. You'll see. You'll see. It did take me a while to get this thing going, though, because I couldn't click on any of the buttons in the cockpit. It was just driving me up the wall. And it turned out, if I'd actually read the frickin' manual, I would have realized that there's two layouts you can have, the iFly layout and the Microsoft Flight Simulator layout. I changed it to the Microsoft Flight Simulator layout, and now everything is absolutely fine. So let's take a look at these, well, the chalk details there, but let's take a look. Check out up here, guys. I believe all this brown staining that you're seeing on the inside is the treatment that they put on for anti-rust, or anti-rusty in my case. They have not skimped on detail at all. I mean, they've even got the coloured cables in there, look. Oops, we're still too quick, aren't we? Hold on. I'm trying to get this to be the slowest possible. Yeah, cables there, blue, red, yellow. I'm getting lost in this plane now. Yeah, you've got the hydraulics cables as well, around the plane as well, but you've got all these other levers here. Oops, sorry. Couldn't be a cameraman, could I? Yeah, Michelin Air X, so special tyres. You couldn't get those put on your car, I don't think. And then, if we go back to the rear wheels, well, this is a whole new ball game here. Let's just take a look at the stuff. So yeah, all nice, shiny, clean, no dirt. Which I'd like to see some. I'd like to see some dirt, maybe on some liveries. But if we just take a venture into the wheel wells here, check out all of this palaver. I mean, there's really no need, but they did. Hello, Andy. How you doing, my man? How you doing, sir? Yeah, there's really no need for all of this detail, but it's there. Look at this. Look at this. This is nuts. Yeah. Wait till we get inside. Right, let's take a look at engines. These frickin' awesome units here. The starter override access hole. Yeah, seen a few of those in my time as an imaginary pilot. Look at those fins, man. They actually look like they're metal, unlike some other planes I've flown. And the detail in the lights as well, all the bulbs. Wait till we switch those on. Oh, I wonder if I can do it now. I don't think so, no, because I haven't even got the batteries on. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Even the pipe, the little glass tubes that, you know, that at the bottom there, that go to light each one of these up. At least I think they're glass tubes. Looks like it to me. And then we've got the back of the engine here, which we can stare right into, and all of the discoloration from the heat that you can see on that. I'm guessing that's some kind of protection, that one on that metal thing on the top there. And then you've got the actual engine itself at the back. This plane is crazy detailed, and we've got covers on these wheels, which I don't know if that helps in some way. It's there for a reason. Nothing's put on planes for no reason. And then we have this, I'm not quite sure what this is. What is it again? Danger. Do not place hand in opening. Ooh, don't put your hand in the opening, guys. And then we've got up here, this door, we can open this door from the inside. We've got the, I think that's it. I think that's the APU access panel, which opens up when the APU kicks in. Or is it that one? It might be that. I don't know. We'll see when we fire the APU up. This plane's exquisite, guys. I mean, it's simply amazing. The beacon lights are very bright as well. Look, just getting close to these lights here. And then we have the wings, the big antenna, which I think that's the Wi-Fi antenna. It's probably a broadband system in there as well. There is a broadband switch in the plane on the center console. Well, I say center console, at the top. At the top here. So the center console above. The two exits here, telling passengers where to exit the plane in case of something going a bit dodgy. And you'll also notice that some of the blinds are down, some of the blinds are up. It seems to be random, but you can alter those. And then it puts them back, I think. When you open one, it puts it down again later. Door swings out and up, hold your knee against the door. Yep, all of that stuff. Yeah, so this is the outside of the 737 MAX. And of course, as we know, this plane's had some issues, being grounded and doors coming off and dodgy stuff. But on rusty airlines, I can guarantee you a safe flight. Well, no, maybe not. But I guarantee you the doors won't be blowing off anytime soon. But we've got all of these, I think this is like a pitot heat sensor, so this is giving you the temperature from outside. And Then you've got that, which I'm not sure. Is that an angle of attack sensor or something like that? So, I don't know. Right, and then we've got those lovely big screws. And I guess these fins for directing the air over the front here. Let's not mention front here. These windows, man, they're battle scarred. Jeez. Yeah, so that's the outside of it. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful detailed. But does the interior match up? Does it match up? And does the flight modeling, does everything else match up? Well, yeah, it does. Why is there a big chunk cut out? Anyway, cooling probably. Yes, the detail here in the landing gear is tremendous. All right, shall we step inside and walk this way? It took a bit of sorting this out, guys, I tell you, and working out that sometimes the plane doesn't work because it comes with, it's a strange affair because it comes with a plug-in, the iFly plug-in, and if you can on it when you install the plane, it says, do you want the iFly plug-in to load up when you load up MSFS? And you kind of have to say yes, because if the plug-in doesn't load, you can't click any of the switches inside the plane, and you don't get the iPad, which isn't an iPad, it's kind of a pad. Anyway, let's go inside. Right, the pad's there, thankfully, so we should be, that means, as long as the pad's here, that means that the plug-in is working. We got fully opening windows, no problem. And of course that translates if we just whiz outside here and just have a look round. It should just be... Ooh. So, I'm wondering if I can do this quick enough. Yeah, just about. That's the quickest window closing I've ever seen. Right, guys, so here it is. Look at the size of these screens. They're a little bit, well, they are quite a bit bigger than the standard 737. All of this down here is pretty familiar. It looks actually more or less, from what I can tell, more or less the same as the standard 737. Probably not everything. I don't remember this bit in the middle. But all of this over here, and the radios, and the knobs down here in the transponder area, all looks the same to me. Handbrake system works a little bit differently, but you can adjust that. Now, you can set your own panel states, and I've got one where it is cold and dark, but with the ground power attached, because the ground power does not come attached to the plane as standard. And these flick down things, they work differently here than they do in the PMDG. Normally you just flick down the case and it puts it in, the switches in the right mode. On this one you have to put the switch in the right mode and then the case will flick down automatically. So it's different that way. Also, what's really cool on this, which I like, is when you're setting up your flight plan, it automatically dials in your cruising altitude and it puts in the landing altitude of the airport you're going to. Puts it in automatically. Hee. Saves me looking it up on Navigraph. Jeffrey and Elliot, hi guys. I've only got an hour. I've got until just after 10 p.m. So, yeah, that's all I've got on this. I'm just going to quickly do a sim brief plan just because I'm not going to fly. I literally cannot. The only problem with the sim brief flight plan is I don't, unless one exists now, I don't know if it does exist, but I don't have a proper if performance sheet for the 737 MAX. And if I load the one that's in sim brief, well, it thinks there's like up to 190 passengers, where in reality, on this plane, there's only 178 because we've got it split into two different classes here. and I don't think that's changeable. So I'm just going to launch the flight plan, guys, and then I'm going to quickly take you around the inside of this plane. So I'm just going to do a quick one. So Uni 2627, just going to be a mock-up one. So KSAT to KC, which is Seattle. I definitely won't be flying that flight because that's going to be freaking long. But yeah, Boeing 737 Max 8. There we go. Now, I don't know if the iFly version's not quite there yet. So let's just, that's it, generate. Took me a while to work out as well because I had to read the manual, how to get a SimBrief flight plan imported into this without downloading it as a file, but it's done, it's figured out, and it's sorted. Major, good evening. I don't want to know anything about the Mandalay, Majok, thanks. No, no, don't tell me anything. No numbers, no letters, no symbols, nothing. It's bad enough that Frontier have delayed the frickin' thing for another week. But I'm hearing conflicting reports everywhere I go. So, yeah, I'm not really... I don't want to know anything. I'm not really pleased about the way things are going at the moment. Right, so let's just power this on. Okay. So again, just the detail here and on the vinyl, and I guess that and stuff and these and all of this should function. It's study level, just, you know, like I say, it's somewhere between Phoenix and PMDG apparently. That's according to a real pilot. Now the interior here will change based on the livery you put on the thing. So we've got the doors here. We can open these while the plane is not in flight, but the moment the plane is rolling, these doors will automatically lock. But we'll go down and do the back one instead. So welcome to the business class, guys. Oh, the pillows are different here. Oh, on the Air Canada plane, the pillows were gorgeous. They were like purple and gold, and oh, they were beautiful. These are just plain white ones. Right. Now, in order to separate the aristocracy from the plebs, you can close the curtains. And we can just go through there if we wanted to. And in case you're wondering, yep. Now, why isn't that one going down? Is that just the angle that I'm at? Yeah. I don't know if this is still in early release or something, because some items work and some items not so much. Like these all work. These are all good. We can just change these as we want. And we've got a screen divided by everybody here. Where do they eat from? Here. So you've got this one guy just eating from there and somebody else eating from... I don't know. They don't get a tray like the economy class. Oh, is this what this is? Well, damn. Ah, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Oh, very nifty. Oh, right, now you're talking. I was wondering, I thought, how come they don't get a freaking tray? There you go. Oh, I clicked on it twice. That's not very nice. I was wondering whether even the pillows were clickable. So, yeah. I need to close that compartment, don't I? There we go. So as we wander further down, I don't think it's on all of the seats that this is working for some reason. I don't know whether that's going to change in the future, but you can also operate the trays here. So we've got the trays, the overhead compartments are working, the window slides are all working as well. And if we make our way down to the back of the plane here, we've got the sky roof here as well, which all lights up when the power is on. Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Oops. There we go. Right, so if I put the battery into the on position. Ah, actually, no, Rusty, no, Rusty. I've actually got to come down to System Page, Sim Menu, Save and Load, choose Ground Power, and then load the panel status. There we go. Now it does what I want. Because now I've got ground power, you see, which is outside. You can see the truck now is plugged in. And before we go any further, because my camera is right here, look what I was telling you about the detail. Whoa. So this is ground power plugged into the aircraft, and as you can see, oh right. So what have they got? Communications here? Is that what that is? Interphone. Yeah, it's communications to the guys inside the plane, the man in the plane, and even this thing here to, I don't know, I don't know what it does. I don't know how this is going to interact with the GSX field truck. GSX already does put passengers into the seats, but there's an issue at the moment in that when the passengers sit down, they disappear. I don't know why. Hello, AJ. All right, so we've got that on. Let's get the lights on. You see that now that will close automatically. You see? And then we get ground power. Get ready for all the air conditioning to come on. Ooh, hold on. Alright, so I might as well align the knobs while I'm here, because they take a little while. I love the way the light looks on here. It looks so much more real than the PMDG one. You see how it's brighter in the middle? It's just the way you would expect it to be. Let's cancel that. And these displays are very different as well. So you can change, like you've got your flight control systems here, which thankfully still work for me because I recalibrated my joystick through the Virpil software the other day after downloading a firmware which I didn't need to get because it's exactly the same one and they haven't updated it. So you've got all these different, oh, that's a recall, that's different. And then you can swap the screens around. So you can, no, Ricky Friday, I don't know why. No idea. Nothing's been posted, nothing in the community, so I don't know. Yeah, no idea. I'm sure there's a good reason for it though. But I don't know why. I'm kind of got my fingers crossed hoping that it might come out tomorrow instead of having to wait a week. I hope so. I hope we don't have to wait a week. Right, okay, so now that we've got everything powered up, oops, hold on, stop doing that. Right, now we've got everything powered up, I'm guessing that the cabin lights should be on by now. I think I've forgotten how to move. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So the sky roof is on now. And when the engines are running and the plane is flying, right? If you walk through the cabin here, you will hear the engine note change, as it does on the Phoenix and the PMDG anyway. But you'll hear the engine note change, especially when you get to these double doors where the engines are. And you get past and you'll just hear a very distinct change in the engine noise. So we'll get down here to the galley at the back. You know what I haven't checked out? The bathroom. I believe this has a flushing toilet. Does it? Or was that on another plane? I've seen one on recently. Yeah, it's a decent episode, this one. Ooh, lights. Soap. Don't tell me we can squeege the soap. No. Okay, right. Does water come down on a plane toilet? I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, the toilet is working just because they can. Why not? Okay, so we're at this back door. Let's go outside on the drone. And let's go back. I hope I haven't cancelled that camera position. Look at the detail in this, for God's sake. It's too damn good, man. Right, so obviously I can't click this handle from the outside. It would just not doable. So we can do it from here, and then I'll flick the camera to outside. Or I can just stay in the plane. There we go. Look at that. And the way the light comes off the door as you do it is just brilliant. Look at this. Very quiet though. Right, let's do it from outside. Yee. And then we'll get it back in again. Okay, now if we venture back, actually that's not quite what I want to do because that's using the controller and I don't want to do that. Right, so if we go, oh, what's this? Oh, passenger seating area. What the hell did I just do now? Okay, so it clicked straight through that onto the first thing. Okay, Jesus, I thought I'd just done something that I shouldn't have done. Right, as we go down here, in case you were ever wondering where they were, and by the way, these manuals and stuff and leaflets, they all change. The manuals are in the cockpit, but the leaflets here, they change based on whatever livery you've got on. Look at that cockpit. Ooh. Right, so right in the middle here, if we look up, these access panels is the life raft. There's a life raft there and another one there. And no, they don't open. That would just be chaos if a life raft fell onto the floor here. Gorgeous plane, isn't it? Whoa. And that's probably the view that the peasants would get. Even the detail on the fabric looks kind of like carbon fiber. But anyway, let's go straight through. And we've got the coffee thing. I'm just looking for clickable hotspots. Yeah, you see, if that doesn't click, then something behind the plane is clicking. I hope I haven't just tripped a fuse at the back, because that's where the fuses are. There's the phone. Okay. Look at this cockpit. Jesus, I love it. Yeah, so the plane worked out. It's 70 euros, so it worked out about 53 pounds or something like that, and I think worth every freaking penny. So yeah, I was hovering on the PayPal thing and I bugger it, so I did it. Right, so I hope I haven't just accessed one of these from the other side. I don't think so. Oh, do the seats move, by the way? Something tells me these seats are movable. Yeah, so the pilot would come out of the way. Sorry, the seat would come out of the way for the pilot, sorry. And then he could get access there. But I'm pretty sure they move forwards and backwards as well. See, on this rail? Yeah, it's moving over there. I know there's a way to move it forwards because I've seen it. Or was I dreaming it? I'm pretty sure you can move the seat forward and backwards. Right, let's get back into position. I do have the yoke up, so there it is, down, just to keep it out of the way of the MCDU. Okay, AJ, take care, man. Right, cockpit and everything else. So let's venture into here. And we've got airport map in case we need that. We can just, actually I think there's an easier way to do this where it already knows. Oops, that's not working. So we're at KSAT at the moment. And search ident San Antonio, this is where we are. This is the airport map. For some reason the Navigraph on here doesn't show my plane's position, which I don't know why, but it doesn't. But yeah, this is the airport map with all the runways nicely labeled, so that's very, very cool. I like that. You've got heading up and north up, so you can choose from there as well. You've got your performance and your payload. Looks a little bit yeah, once you've got the information from SimBrief though, everything is cool. Now I don't think you load the SimBrief flight plan in here if I remember right. I think what it does is, right, so let's initialize the flight from the beginning, right? So I think you have to bring it in here, and then the pad can get the information off the FMS here. Okay, ACARS isn't working, but it is accessible on here. And we've got video. Now, I was experimenting with the video here that we were looking at to see if it was live. It isn't. These are just static images. It doesn't actually record what's going on back there, which is a shame, because that would have been really cool. But, you know. Right, so this is Navigraph. So use airports from FMS. Well, it can't do that because I haven't put them in. So let's get the flight plan in. Right, anything else to do up here first? Yeah, that one. Oh, look, well, it can't have put that in yet. That's just a guess. So I'll put that on, and I think for now, this is all we need. I'm going to put that on for when we start the AFMU, that's Elite Dangerous. Right. Yeah, for the APU on. When we put the APU on a bit later. Right, no smoking is on, fasten seatbelt sign is off. Do these beep? Cool. I've not tried those things yet. Oh, it's still aligning? Takes a while, man. Or is that telling me it's still aligning or what? I think it can't because I haven't put the position of where we are in yet. So let's go do that, guys. Alright, let's go into the FMC. Ident to make sure that we have the right air rack cycle, and we do. It lasts up until October 31st, in which case we'll get a new one, which will be 2411. All that's good. Right, position. Where are we in the world? Well, we are at KSAT, San Antonio, in the good old state of Texas. Sometimes it doesn't like the gate, and so I just steal the GPS position off the GPS system that it's guessed. So gate, I can't remember. GSX will tell me. A17. Oh, it's up in the air whether it's going to take that. A17. Not in database. Lovely. Okay, so in that case we'll have to take this top figure and pop it into there, and let's go to the route. Now I need to see KSAT to KC on this company route. That's what I need to see. Otherwise, right, load it up. KSAT KC. Oh baby, thank you very much. Right, don't need to do this, but I'll stick it in anyway. So uni, oops, get rid of that crap. Uni 2627. Our flight number, and we can. Oh, runway. Oh, I don't know. 13 right is the expected runway out. again, if I can get round to just taking off, I'll do that. Otherwise, that's it. I don't plan on actually doing a flight because I don't have the time, but we'll do that later. All right, there's actually 2 more pages here. All right, so this is the legs. Okay, cool. I don't know what this flight is in terms of time. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a 4-hour flight. Well, this plane can. It's got some mileage on it. It can travel, and it looks like we're going to go straight out and round. Ugh. No, not yet. Okay, so departure from runway 13 right via. I need to go via Alamo 3. There we go. And there's no transitions. Oh yeah, there is. Henley. You got Henley? There you go. That's it. Right, and the arrival is runway 16 left via Chintz 5, transitioning at PDT. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So, oh my God. You can't expect me to just take off and then just turn around like that. That's... Nah. You do, don't you? You want me to do that straight off the runway? That's insane. But I love this range button as well. It doesn't have, you know, the 40 or 20, 40, 80, 160. It doesn't have that. It's got the range listed here, and then as you twiddle it, it just does. It does that. Which you can't appreciate it from this angle. Oh my God! Look what you want me to do. So we're not going to get. I've got a feeling LNAV's not going to pop up straight away when we initialize it. Let's get the 2 auto throttles on. Sorry, the 2 F flight directors. Oh boy, I wish I'd had more sleep. And I'll leave the initial climb there at 10,000. And where are we going now, Rust? Oh yeah, legs. So we want to go to the flight plan. How about we don't do that, Rusty? How about we don't do that? Let's go to the performance page first. So it will fill these in for you, which is nice. A ton of reserve. Is that correct? 38,000 feet? It is. Right, cruise winds is, I don't know, I'll check it now. Let me just check the flight plan. You can't see the raw flight plan on the iPad on this, which is, never mind. So 252 for 20, so heading is 252 at 20 knots. That's the wind information for 38,000 feet. Transition altitude will be 18,000 because it's the United States of America, and therefore it is 18,000 over the entire country. So that's fine. And then we do have a performance thing in here. So we need to go weights and balances first, right? Okay, so this is quite clever, quite like the way it does this. Passenger count is 138, right? So I go down to the total and I type in 138, okay? And then oh, there you go. It split all the passengers up between all the different seating, which is awesome. And then we go to cargo, and the cargo full weight is 3339. So let's say that's 3340. How would I split that up? Hold on. Right, so 1670. You wouldn't tend to do an equal split, maybe a bit more at the back, but for the sake of this, we'll just do that. And set payload. I think that set it into the flight computer. And the fuel, the block fuel is 10,000. So 10.5 tons of fuel here. And again, it should divide it up. There we go. 2 in the wings and one in the center tank. I'm not going to bother with this, leaving it separate, so I'm going to set the fuel. So now that 10.5 should be here. Perfect. So now, have these numbers changed? Yep. Alright, cool. Right, next is the takeoff. On flaps 5. Center of gravity is that. Trim 5.9, you probably just heard that thing whiz round and set it exactly where we need it to be. Thank you. PMDG, take note. And we've got our V speeds. So V2 is 151. Let's go set that up here. Right, the heading out. Let's see if we can get it off here. Airport map. No. Right, so use airports from FMS. There we go. And I want KSAT. No. How do I pick? Search ident. Complete? Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, because you've got KSAT here and KC there. So Seattle and thingy here. So it only shows this chart though, which is annoying. So if we're leaving via 13 right, that says 1. Oh my god, 125. 128. Okay, so that's our heading out on the runway. 128. Okay, is that more or less lined up? Yeah. The white is, yeah, okay, yeah, it's ish, isn't it? And what the hell, just take this up. As I said, I'm not flying the plane, so it doesn't really matter. But I would normally be using ATC, and it will tell me the initial climb altitude, so I don't have that. I'm not going to run it, let's put it that way. Right, auto throttles are on, flight directors are on. So now we've got the performance figures in. We can bring the range down a tad and step through the flight plan. Again, not going to matter because I'm not flying the damn thing. But it'd be interesting to see if it's connected everything up. Okay, so there's a vector here then, is there? Yep. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Yep. Okay. I would be happy to fly that. Right, I'm not going to bother with decision altitudes and stuff because we don't need them for just for a takeoff. So I think that's everything. Let's go back to the legs, make sure we've got all the altitudes there, and we do. Yeah, lovely. I can't see me doing this. The plane's going to have to go like a lot wider and then come in that way, I think. Okay. I don't know what I would want to put on here. I haven't included the winds. I haven't put in the wind information yet. I know I can put the wind information in on a different screen. I just can't remember where the hell it is. Where are we doing it? You've just been there, Rusty. So there's two screens on the takeoff. It's not there. Then we have maybe no approach. Second screen. Runway condition. No. It does have it. There should be. It'll be a big word on this side saying forecast. No, that's all to do with the GPS. It's here, and I know, because I've seen it. Is it VNav? Why would it be? Why would it be VNav, Rusty? Why would it be? For frig's sake. It should say forecast. Alright. Let's step through everything. But position. Right, we've been through there. No. Next on the list is route. Flight plan request. Okay. That's in. That's all the waypoints. Okay. Not there. Takeoff. Two screens. No. The only one missing is approach. You're telling me it's not on the approach screen? For the descent winds, you know? Well, it's too late by then, isn't it? Alright. I don't know. I just don't freaking know where it's gone. Yeah, it should be there. This is crazy. Okay, never mind. Screw it. We're not going to bother. Alright, let's get the APU running then. Now, we don't have a little dial here to tell us the pressure. So the only way I know that the APU is up is when the two APU lights come on. Or this one. This one should light up in blue to tell us when it's ready. And do not. Is it engaged or disengaged? It's disengaged right now. If I pull the brake button on my joystick while we're just in ground power, it will kill the plane. Like everything. It'll switch everything off. And we don't want that. But I don't know where the dial is that tells us, or the dial or the information that tells us or shows us the APU building up. We've got sys, we've got hydraulic there, gear, but that's all the aero, the flight controls. No. I mean, there's nothing. Did something just happen over here? Anyway. So is it up? It is. Okay, so the APU is running, so we can confirm that by seeing all the... it's actually not up yet. There we go. You can just see it. There you go. And there's the flap open. There you go. Yes, now it's running. Okay, so now we can switch from the ground power to the APU, which means we don't need ground power anymore. So goodbye. So that should get rid of the... Did I get rid of him? Yeah, it just returns. As long as the truck is gone. No! Why is the truck still there? Are you telling me I can't turn up ground power now? Because I had it here. Alright, let's turn it off from here then, hopefully. So I think it's system page, sim menu, ground support, disconnect electric. Don't you reconnect. Okay. Vacuum laboratory service, yes, all right. Are you gone? Yes, it is. Ground power available. So the truck shouldn't be there. Why is it still plugged into the plane? It says it's available, which means it is not on. So that's correct. Okay. Well, I hope we don't start flying with a truck attached. All right, I guess we can get pushback then. Does it matter which way we go? Yes, Rusty, it matters. I've forgotten where 13 right is. Oh, I'm hopeless. Yeah, but you see, it doesn't put my little blue triangle to tell me where I am. So there's 13 right, and we are... Okay. So 13 right is over here. That is very badly marked, isn't it? It looks horrible. This doesn't look... What? If that's 13 left, so you've got a taxiway and then the runway. This looks like the runway and then a taxiway. What? What's happening here? Okay, we'll just get a follow. We'll just get a follow. We'll do that. All right. Oops. Hold on. I didn't do anything up here. Right, your damper. Are you going to stay on? Good. All right, let's get all these switched on. Otherwise, we're not going to be ready. Let's get the probe. Oh, we don't need the probe heats. Yeah, we do. Put them on. Put them on. Put them on. Put them on. We'll turn these on. We definitely want bleed. So look, it's set the landing altitude on the runway in Seattle. That's freaking cool. Right, beacon light needs to go on, so anti-collision light, and that is the red one on the top of the plane, which is really bright at night. There's also one underneath, or should be. There you go. Right, lovely. Anything else? Low pressure, that's because the engines are not on. Drive engines again, yeah, cool. All good. Right, I would like to request pushback and nose left. I don't know. Right, let's see. Where is runway 13 from here then? This is... If I looked at Navigraph and I looked at the taxiways, and I would see if golf here was one of the things. Yeah, then maybe I would know better. It looks like we have to go left anyway, so that's something. All right. Nice plane though, eh? Really cool.
Departure check completed. 5 minutes in inserted.
I've got time just to lift off, and that's it, guys. Then I have to go because it's 10 o'clock and qualifying starts at past, and I want to catch the... Well, I want it to be off now, but I'll complete this. That truck's going to stay attached to us, isn't it?
Locking gear.
Oh, this is bad, man. I've not seen this before. Where am I going? It is disconnected, but the truck is still there. So what's that all about? Right, the plane's getting lifted up. Nose left.
Release parking brakes.
Already done, for some reason.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, they are released. Oh, come on, don't give me this.
Release parking brakes.
Are you kidding me? They're released. In fact, they should have been on at the start and they weren't.
Release parking brakes.
Well, here's a nice little bug we're not going to get out of.
Release parking brakes.
Done.
Release parking brakes.
Now what?
Release parking brakes.
Page 1 of 4.
Release parking brakes.
How do I get to the next one? Oh, this is really bad. I've not seen this before.
Release parking brakes. Release parking brakes.
It's got its own look.
Release parking brakes.
Unavailable. Alright. Well, screw it then. I'm going to start up the plane in situ and I'll move it myself. Right, let's get the engine started, guys. So hopefully we'll get to see this go up to 20-ish and then, well, it'll go beyond that, but we'll inject the fuel at 20. So we'll hear this one from inside and then we'll go outside for the other engine. Wait till it kicks in. So we're waiting for the N1, which is the front fan that you see. N2 is the jet at the back, and N1 is the fan at the front. 4.5 isn't going to cut it, matey. You're going to have to go more than that. But it's going to wait for the manifold pressure to build. There it goes. And now this should kick in. Going to get noisier now. A little bit noisier. Now that red line should disappear as well at some point. Do you know what we haven't done? I wonder if that's been the cause of our problems. I haven't turned on the center fuel tanks. That's actually a lot quieter than I remember last time. Okay, let's do the other one. Once we start pushing it on the runway, though, it's gonna get a bit noisier. Okay, let's inject the fuel. And hopefully we can get a shot of it. There it is. They take a little while to spin up these. I wonder if I can get to the drone before it spins up. There she goes. Come on, you can do better than that. Spin, spin, spin. There you go, come on. There you go. Now it looks like a very slow spiral. Perfect. Alright. So I want to get the flaps into position 1, 2, and 5, and we should be able to see that happening here. Alright, very cool. Oops, sorry, pressed the wrong button. Look good though. Right, so I'm gonna have to go to the right, I think. And I'll just find any old runway. How's my brakes? They're off. I hope the plane knows they're off, because otherwise it's not going to move. Oh boy, we should have moved by now. The handbrake is fooked. It never did this before though. Ah, it's releasing too quickly, man. It's not working as it should. Well, it looks like we're not gonna have the plane running today. I can't do it because it doesn't have. Oh, I don't know though. I don't think it has a mode where if you started on the runway it all starts up. I think it would still be cold and dark. I don't know. I'm going to quickly try it, and then if not, I hope this never happens again, because the last thing I need is to do live streams with this plane and to get all that way, all for it not to fucking take off. That I don't need. Come on, you're eating into my fucking time here and you know it. What is it? I can't believe it takes that long just to exit a fucking screen. Right, where are we going? Right, normally when you go to the runway, everything's set up, but on a study level plane, to have all the systems up and running and the flight planning and everything and the performance figures, it's obviously not going to do that. So I'm just going to do the quickest startup I possibly can and get this fucking plane out of here. But will the handbrake be on? The handbrake needs to be on from the start.
Runway 13, right.
It's not on. Why is the handbrake not on? Are we powered? We are. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's even this much powered. And it's moving. Alright, do we have flaps? No. Okay, and we want the auto brakes on. Alright. So we will fly. And it was quicker this way because we didn't have to taxi. Alright, flaps are in position. Let's go. It's not moving! Jesus, what the hell? What's wrong with you and your brakes? No, it's not moving. It's not moving. This is the power of both jet engines versus the handbrake. Is that enough? Are we off? Are we good? Are we going? We may have done it. Jeez, oh man. Alright, I'm just going to guess at the V2 speed. It was 151 last time, so let's just do that. I can feel it's getting light already. It's because we got no passengers in probably. Alright, up we go. And are we good? Gear up. Bloody hell. What a rigmarole. Okay. Flaps 2. Bring the nose down a bit, Rusty. There you go. Jeffrey. Oh, it's annoying. Especially when, like, I flew it yesterday. Alright, flaps 1. I flew it yesterday and it was fine. We didn't have any handbrake issues. It may be my joystick. That's the issue. The bottom lever, sometimes I don't know if it's sticking or if it's just the fact that I have to engage it and disengage it. Like, pull it towards me and leave go, and then it'll disengage properly. Alright, flaps are now up. And we've got full power. I've got no autopilot because the autopilot wouldn't know what to do unless I told it this speed and this particular heading. Then I could do it. But yeah, I'm going to fly without the autopilot. So I'm going to throttle back a little. So, like, a lot of the systems are very much the same as the standard Boeing 737, but there's a couple of differences which I'm trying to get to grips with. What heading are we on right now? Let's see if we can just match that. Get the autopilot on. So the autopilot's going to try and keep this speed, 261, which is an illegal speed at this altitude, but never mind. We won't say anything, right, guys? Right. Let's get this up to 17.9. Heading 061. So it's on autopilot right now, but it's just going in a straight line. I've just told it to go in a straight line, basically. I don't suppose these are going to work. No. How can they? They haven't got a flight plan to work from. Yeah. Okay. So now I can whiz back here. Dude. Come on, man. There we go. Right, let's see if we can detect this engine note change. Let me just see if I can... There we go. Right, so when we get past the double doors, I would imagine, it's got to be somewhere around there, because that's where the engines are. So this is the passengers sitting in the front. And... you hear it changing? Hear that difference now? Just that turbulence coming off the back of the engines. Then we go back again. And I believe we've got a couple of cameras set up, which I did. Ooh, that looks nice. Looks like a major road, highway, interstate, freeway, whatever you call them, and we got one right on top of the engine. It's too bright. Yeah. So we're just going to be flying in a straight line unless I tell it otherwise, by, let's say, changing the heading to I don't know, 120 or something. 140, okay, 140. So we're going to be going over there. In which case this guy is going to have a smack of a view onto the ground. And this poor guy, well, just blueness. So there you go. The Boeing 737-8 Max. Maximum frustration. No, actually, it's not. That's not fair. It's pretty damn good. It's a hell of a plane. It is fully study leveled up, and yeah, everything works. Even down to the flushing of the bog, the toilet. Shall I put the slats up? I think the autopilot might have a whinge if I do it. No, it's not. It's just going to slow the plane down. Wow, you hear the noise difference with the air buffeting on the wing? Listen, it's very subtle, but have a listen. Do you hear that difference? Whoa! Right, I'm going to disengage it in 3 seconds. Wow, you even hear that extra buffeting of the wind as it's hitting that slat. Oh man, that's epic. It's got those scimitar winglets as well, which I like. I think that's cool. Can we get a position where we can get smoky off this, all that turbulence off the back of the engine? Does it do that? No? Or aren't drones affected? It could be that maybe drones aren't affected by such things. Oh, tell you what I didn't do. Figuring out the cameras. There we go. I don't know where I am now. Excuse me, cockpit, thank you. Yeah, off bus. Very good. So we don't need, the APU was on, but we don't need it. So there you go. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to have to shoot off, so I'll leave this with you, and I'm just going to click out to the menu so we don't get the noise interfering. But yeah, I will do a flight with this, because I want to land it, and I haven't done that yet. Okay guys, so there you go. Quick introduction to the new one, the new iFly. My latest and probably last acquisition for this simulator. Don't know. We got a month and a bit, no? About a month before Flight Sim 24. I'm dreading it. I'm dreading Flight Sim 24, guys. Not just oh god. The amount of space that this sim takes up, and the fact of knowing that I'm going to have to uninstall it to put the new one in, and all of my planes and all of my airports and all of my add-ons and liveries. Oh god. Oh my god. It's going to take me weeks to set it up. Anyway, good night. Have a good rest of the day, guys. Thank you very much for joining me and giving me your time and the pleasure of your company, as always. Until then, bye-bye for now.